Kandy, the last kingdom of Sri Lanka, rich with its unique culture and impressive architecture, and at the heart of it, the Temple of the Tooth Relic, the paramount place of worship for Buddhists in Sri Lanka. Just few feet away from this holy land lies a new experience Kandy has to offer. The Radh Hotel, a true taste of Kandyan royalty.
On Space today, I came all the way to Kandy to experience the Radh. Now this hotel really does bring out the royalty that Kandy is known for. My experience here has been just so blissful, so relaxing. The drive from Colombo to Kandy meant that I get to stay and enjoy what Kandy hospitality is all about. This is located in the centermost place in Kandy, and you might think, oh, that's just so busy around me. Nope, when you walk into this hotel, you are left to your imagination. This property really takes you and makes you relax, rejuvenate, and bring out the best in you.
I think Radh is one of its kind. You have to visit Radh because I don't think you don't get this type of an atmosphere yet in Kandy, other than all the other ancient buildings. This is a different kind of an experience altogether. There are other buildings that have been designed by architects, very nice buildings. That those are different. You get different experience, but here when you come, it's totally different.
The Radh is the newest hospitality experience in the hill capital of Sri Lanka. We opened about 6 months ago with the brand The Radh, which means royalty, comprised of 30 beautiful rooms, including 6 beautiful suites. We are located just feet away from the sacred temple of the Tooth Relic. So the guests who visit Kandy, it's going to be a beautiful experience where we are planned and we are all geared to extend a different level of service and facilities for the guests who come down and visit the Radh.
Client actually wanted a boutique hotel in his existing property. My task was, this was an existing hardware shop and an office and all that. So my task was how to convert this existing hardware shop into a boutique hotel, a 5-star luxury boutique hotel. it's not a renovation because it has to be a retrofit, right? So, and also it has to be a contemporary hotel, plus it should have the Kandian architecture, the essence of Kandian architecture, as well as it should be something that goes with the existing heritage of a city, heritage city of Kandy. And what I thought was there were few buildings here on the same area, like the Walauwa, the Kapitipola Walauwa, and then you have the Giragama Walauwa, the other side. So one day this street will be something that will be a nice streetscape with this type of architecture.
We as a new property, we are trying to go with as less plastic use as possible. When we take a look at the restaurant, we go with reusable straws, and then in the rooms we have gone with wooden toothbrushes. We are trying to reduce the plastic use as much as possible, trying to go green as a new brand to Kandy, so hopefully we'll get there soon.
When hotels like the Radh, that really speaks about great luxury, takes up great initiatives to look after Mother Nature, it's such an honor to come and spend your time, money and relax here. Number one, minimum usage of plastic. Even their water bottles, you will only get the glass bottles. Their straws are reusable. And when it comes to their toothbrush, they have not wasted their time on going plastic. They have gone wooden, making it classy, sleek and at the same time environmentally friendly. When you step out of your house, you really want to know where you check in, and that place has to be super comfortable, and that's why the Radh is highly recommended by me. Number one, when you walk into the room, it is so comfortable, cozy. All these rooms have a way of spoiling you. Now where I'm staying even has a plunge pool, making it a private getaway for me. Now, the fruit platter to the Sri Lankan sweets that they give you to the fully loaded mini bar, I'm telling you, this experience will always make you wonder, why am I not living at Radh?
When you talk about space, I think space could change a person's mood. So that is actually an architect's role as well. So creating spaces, that's what it means. So creating spaces means creating moods. So how you manipulate the space, by manipulating the space in different ways, you could achieve different moods. So a living space will be the way you handle the living space, the color, the texture, the proportions and all that changes. You could change the mood. For a living room, it's something different. The volume, the proportions, all that is different. Since this was an existing building which standard column beam and structure, in the design aspect was this creation of this grand atrium. We had to create a grand atrium where that becomes the most celebrative space, where you get light in, all the spaces look down to the atrium, so that is like the which connects all the spaces in the building, because it's a very tiny 9.5 perch property. To have 30 rooms inside this is not an easy task. We use a lot of light colors because it's a small property, and I thought light colors, then a lot of mirrors with these Kandian motifs, so that it gives a kind of a very, high-end kind of a quality for this thing. And also the name goes with it. Radh means, in Sinhalese it's Radhala. That's like the high-end, for high-end people. So that was also considered as a part of the concept. When it comes to a bedroom, it becomes a little different, how you light the place, the textures that you use on walls, the floor and the ceiling, and then the proportions, all that comes together.
The interior of the hotel is definitely the highlight. Being inspired by the Kandy culture and the history that it comes with, they have used the inspiration to modernize and give it a fusion look that it is Instagram worthy in every nook and corner. From the corridors to the lift to even the very super sleek glass doors makes it such a refreshing interior to be a part of.
Talking about the rooms that we have here at the Radh, we have 30 luxury rooms, out of which we have 6 beautiful suites. Starting from standards, we have city view rooms, we have mountain view rooms, and then going on towards the suites, we have 2 beautiful suites right on top of the hotel with jacuzzis in the balcony, and we also have 2 beautiful garden suites with plunge pools for our guests to enjoy. And whenever a guest checks into our hotel, they do not have to be asking housekeeping for certain things. All the basics are provided. For example, we have a JBL device where they can listen to their own music via Bluetooth, for some local radio, and then entertainment is right there inside the room for you. From beautiful bathrobes to beautiful amenities, like I spoke earlier, we have PMDT, we have Illy Coffee in all our rooms, and we also have gone with Spa Ceylon. And previously, as I mentioned, special toiletries designed for the customers. If it's husband and wife, the husband will know which his toothbrush is, the wife will know which is hers. So we've gone to a lot of details, we have gone to a lot of, when a guest checks in, basically the guest checks into a different level of comfort and satisfactory here at the Radh. Cafe Nihon Bashi, owned by Chef Darshan Munidasa, a celebrity chef who owns Nihonbashi restaurant in Colombo. This is actually the very first exclusive Japanese experience Kandy is having for the very first time, and it's inside Radh.
Now, when it comes to a space that looks so good, well, you really want the food to match up to its standard. Well, they have matched it up beautifully. The Radh restaurant that serves local and international food, that's their in-house, thank you, that's their in-house flagship restaurant, and at the same time, Nihonbashi. This signature restaurant is here, and it's the first franchise that has sailed its way to Kandy, making it such a great experience to dine for all your 3 meals. Breakfast is always a buffet, and your lunch and dinner is what you are in the mood for.
The designing part I took about 3 months to design, but then it was not an easy task to, turn it to a hotel. A lot of structural modifications had to be done, especially to open up this. Then we had to do all these colonnades, the arch colonnades. Those are all like challenges in this setup, and this they wanted kind of a another interior for the restaurant. So we used these arch ceilings and all that, where you do get in Mughal kind of architecture. So the interiors are separate, but the exterior goes with the streetscape. Actually, I was looking at the ancient Kandyan architecture, where they have used a lot of extensive use of timber. All their details are with timber. And the colonnades, the columns, the verandas, open verandas, and all that are there. So we couldn't incorporate everything into it, but I actually took the essence of it and created the exterior to go with that. And since it's close to the Maligav, it's in very close proximity. So I had to use that kind of, essence of the Kandyan architecture. But it's not it's not taking the elements and putting it here. It's just the essence that I have taken. And even the lighting is very subtle. It's not very harsh. It's very subtle kind of architecture. And the other thing is, now this lobby was kind of an extension of the street, so that when someone comes, it's as if it's you are coming into an extension of a street, like. And also in the Kandyan architecture, in Sri Lankan ancient architecture, the ceilings were lit up. In cave temples and all, the ceilings were lit up with a lot of murals, colored murals. So that essence had been taken into the ceiling as well, with having a Kandyan motif with a lit ceiling with a modern material like glass. So even in this hotel, so there's a progression, how you come. As you enter, what do you feel? You feel something, very grand, very, upmarket kind of an atmosphere. And as you go in, you get a different feeling. You're homely kind of, when you go into a room, it's a different scenario. The colors have changed, the lighting effects have changed. Likewise, the volume has been changed. So likewise, there are a lot of moods that you could create with different kind of spaces. So all those materials have been used in such a way that to complement this building. So they have all these exterior facades, tiles, then floor tiles, the pebbles, the roof tiles, the roofing, all that is their own products. So one of my challenges was how it could be used in this type of a concept, to use their products, all of their products in this type of a concept. So that was also, I think, achieved in a positive manner.
Talking about the clientele, so far we've got mostly European clients who come in for about a day or two. So we are located right in the middle of the city, and it's very convenient for those who want to explore Kandy. We are just there, just 2 minutes walk to the Temple of the Tooth, and the team here at the Radh, we are willing to sort of help them out with day tours and excursions, taking them around, showing them what Kandy actually is about.
Greatness resides in the form, the right touch of architecture, and a brilliant manipulation of space has given the Radh its outlook of royalty, standing out as a symbol of the Kandyan experience. On the next episode of Space, we will witness yet another manipulation of space that has elevated itself to become something truly unique and significant.